Hey YouTube, I want to welcome you to my brand new channel, Appy Mountain Trekkers. This video is the first in a series where my trail buddies and I explore the rivers, hills, and mountains of the southeastern United States and beyond. We'll talk about hiking, trails, camping, bushcraft, survival skills, and even get into some gear reviews, tips, tricks, and hacks along the way as you accompany us in our journey. Now today, I'm meeting up with a good friend of mine by the name of Marty, and we're going to do a quick assessment of a bushcraft camp we constructed in the fall of 2017. We'll make any repairs that may be necessary and tidy up the camp that has become ground zero for many of our treks in the southern Appalachians. Let's grab our gear and hit the trail. Alright guys, so we made it to camp, and I have to say we are very happy with how our bushcraft camp has held up for the past 6 months. We've had a lot of rain this year. We got about a foot of snow, probably more than that up here in, at this elevation just a few weeks ago. And from the looks of everything is as solid as it gets. We don't really need to make that many repairs. And if you can hear in the background, Marty's already got to work. He's making some additions to his bed. But yeah, we're stoked. So we're cutting some good sized sticks here to finish out Marty's bed, give him some support. Some of the wood was misplaced, may have been used for firewood, we don't know. But we're going to make some quick repairs on that, add to it. And then assess what we want to go to from there. Alright, so in total, Marty and I have put in probably about a day and a half's work collectively on the shelter that we've got so far. And we managed to do that with the axe, a hatchet, and a saw. That's it. Stuff like this though, I'm not even going to waste time using this axe on it and risk dulling my blade anymore. Alright, so getting into the nitty-gritty of what we've done here for our camp. Let's take a look at how we built what we've built so far. Marty's already testing his cod out here, as we can see.
Heck yeah.
So we didn't go too crazy with our design. We tried to keep it simple. See, we did our lean-to supports on the outside, like here on Marty's, and mine as well. And the reason we did that, for now, when we come up here, we can bring some lightweight tarps and just lash those on the back side, and we're covered. We're good to go. We did some retaining walls, keep the wind from coming in on us at night. Marty's got one over here on this side. And we do need to do some work on this end. We're kind of using this as a gear storage. We use a third tarp for this junction right here to keep it out of the weather, and we've been storing our packs and gear in this area right here. So we're thinking that we need to build an actual elevated gear loft so we can keep our stuff dry and off the ground. We've got our fire pit centralized. So we can keep, ideally we can keep this, you know, the heat from the fire coming into, you know, our sleep area here on both sides. And we've got a fire retaining wall, a rather large one, right here to kind of reflect that back. And I do believe we need to extend this wall up just a little bit. As of right now, we're talking about leaving this area as our entry exit way into the camp. And right here, we haven't quite decided what we're going to do with that yet. If we're going to build another retaining wall or another area for a buddy or a guest to have somewhere to bed down when we come up here to our home away from home. Kind of cleared our fire pit out here with all the really dry stuff. We've yet to do our inner perimeter maintenance here, but we definitely don't want these leaves catching on. The bottom layer down next to the soil is still very damp. We've had a lot of rough weather here lately, but the top layer, all those leaves are very crisp and very dry. So I've just cleared the fire pit out here. We're going to get us a little flame going and drink some coffee and cook some food. Marty and I are sitting here, gonna have a little bit of lunch, some coffee. That's so good. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. We want to hear from you. Hit that subscribe button, give us a like. We plan on doing more of these in the future, and feel free to comment below and give us some suggestions on what you would like to see done to our little compound here. We plan on coming back up in the near future and doing our first overnighter for the year, and we'll probably put a good work day in and make some real additions to our camp here. So any ideas you got, post them up, and like to hear what you got to say. All right, we got everything wrapped up in camp. Fire's stowed away. Let's go check our water source on our way out and make sure we've got a good clear path and our spring is still free flowing. Alright, our path is in good shape. Obviously our spring is now a creek and free flowing, which is good. One thing I wanted to point out, when Marty and I were scoping out places to build our camp, we were looking for
a few things beforehand. One being a good level place, taking into consideration with the kind of terrain we're in today, the amount of building resources, deadfall, etc., that we had to build with without felling live trees, and then most importantly, a close by water source, which you see behind me here. This creek is probably about 150 yards from our camp, so we know when we come up in the next week or two and do our first overnighter for the year, we can travel light on water and bring our filters, and we're good to go on the water. We're going to head on out for now and start thinking about our overnighter. Thanks for watching again. We'll catch you next time.